Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadhguru Sri Modi Ji ki Jai.
Okay.
Thank you all so much for joining in. If you're in the Hangout, you can unmute your mic to ask questions. And if you're on YouTube chat, you can post your questions in the chat and we will look at them. If this was the last Satsang in your journey, what is the question you would ask? If this was your final opportunity to ever be in a Satsang, what would you want to leave here with? Is there still something which seems like something is needed? And this voice which continues to say that it is not done, that something more is required, do you continue to trust this one?
Father, may I speak?
Yes, my dear.
I'm not sure if I can speak. I haven't got a question I can ask you. I have only thank you. This life is just thank you. And there's such a clear recognition here that this isn't my life. This is God's life. It's not for me to do. It's not for me to live. And I'm not doing it, and I'm not living it. And this is already how it is. And
Very beautiful. Such a beautiful report. Says that there are no questions. And there is so much gratitude here. And it is completely seen that my life has always been surrender. And I cannot even find the surrenderer now. The one that must surrender is also not found. All that is God. It's very beautiful. To hear you say this is why I am here. And you don't have to say it in these words. Some of you may feel that these words don't come like this, but as long as you can sense that these words smell of truth, and this is how it is for you, then I know that it has all been very worthwhile. When you can speak such glorious words and yet have no smell of egotism, and you can speak words of such beauty and yet not sound like a person. This is pure joy for me. This is pure joy. Namaste, namaste everyone. And Priya said, I would ask, finish me now, even though I don't really know what needs finishing. This is very good. Very good. Because this also is very beautiful. This also is very beautiful because what you're really saying is that I don't see anything which needs to be finished anymore, but I trust you. And if you find something here that needs to be chopped, then please chop it away now. You can say this only when you're not hiding. Vikas says, won't give it to the mind, just enjoy the blissful presence. Very good. Because how much of the world can say, I will not give it to the mind? Many who come to Satsang can say like this, that I won't give it to the mind, but how many can still do that? When the mind refuses to have meaning for you, then you cannot run from the truth. Then you find that the truth is always here, has always been here. Even when we were playing this game of belief and mind, playing the game of personhood, even then it was only the truth which was here. It was just that the pretense was so strong, the belief in the person idea was so strong that we started believing that I am this person. The person is a second level delusion. Even in the phenomenal realm, it does not exist. So we have seen already that when we get attached to some phenomena, be it the body, be it another being, be it anything, any attachment, it is bound to lead to some suffering. But imagine the kind of suffering that comes because we are attached to something which is not even to be found in this phenomenal realm. It is just an idea. It is just an idea. This I, me person has always been an idea, not even tangible like a table. So to say that I am a table is better than to say I am a person. Because at least table you can touch, some senses can respond to it. At least phenomenally it has a tangible existence. Therefore I say that even if you were completely in the belief that I am the body alone, then there would be not so much trouble. Because body is just one part of suffering, a minor part. Most of the suffering is about relationships, work, money. Why did he do this to me? Why did she do this to me? The body is not concerned with any of this. Sorry. No, sorry. Please. So the body identification not such big trouble. Bigger trouble is when we identify as the body-mind combination or a person or the person idea. What is the person? If I were to ask most people, first they will start by saying body. Very quickly they will see that okay, it's not just the body, because when I say tell me about your last three problems, you'll find that maybe one of them was about the body, in some cases more. But mostly you say that only a small percentage is about the body, unless you had some body trauma or body related fears while growing up. Mostly it will not be a very large percentage. And then, so if one problem was about the body and two problems were about relationships and about money, then who is the one who's concerned about relationships and about money? The body doesn't know about their existence. So very quickly it is seen that I don't truly believe that I am the body, even for one who seems like they are deeply identified with the body. They are deeply identified as an entity which is the owner of the body. You see, because the body itself is not concerned about the future of the body. What is going to happen to the body, the safety of the body, it is not the body which is concerned. It is this pretend owner or the imaginary owner, isn't it? Who says, oh, what's going to happen to it? All this fear is just from the same person idea. So who is this person? That's all that we speak about. All that we're doing is shining a light on whether there is this person entity that exists or not. All concerns, all trouble, all problems, all worries stem from this person idea. Shanti also very nicely, she's saying, the master of doubt seems to be visiting right now. But if satsang ended for me right now, I would still not believe this doubt. See, that because doubt also comes from the person. We can doubt what appears. Can we doubt our own existence? If I say, are you or are you not? You will say, I am. See, unless you give it to some mind trick, just innocently you will say, I am. So there is no doubt about yourself. There can be doubt about teacher, about teaching, about the world. There can be all these doubts which come. So here we are bringing you to a place which is beyond doubt because we are talking about your own self. Because ultimately, it doesn't matter whether you're with Ananta or not, whether you're in this satsang or not. That doesn't matter. What matters is that you stop confusing yourself from being a person. Stop confusing yourself pretending that you are a person and seeing what you are just in this one moment. And to see with this clarity dissolves this sense of personhood to a point that it can never come back to its former seeming strength. Because it is just a belief. Just like you had a belief, or you could have had a belief, that the world is flat, or the sun rises from the west. But then when you experience the truth, this belief cannot last. So the person was just a belief, it was just an idea. It's very good actually. Doubt is not a bad thing. Doubt can come, but a wise one, when the doubt comes, will say, let me verify this. Let me just not go along with doubt. Let me verify whether this is true or not. So the doubt is saying, is this really possible? Can I really be self realized? Does he really know what he's talking about? Has he understood? All these things can come. You see? All these doubts can come. And you must then look at them. When it comes, then don't try to shove it under the carpet. You see? Even doubt about the teacher. Don't shove it under the carpet. Say, does he really understand what he's saying? Does he really feel it in his heart? And then, when this kind of doubt can come, you look at it and see. You smell for it. And I'm telling you that all of you have wonderful noses. If you were to use them, you can smell egotism from a long distance. So let your mind provide this fodder for inquiry. Let's not run from anything, including doubt. Let your mind provide this fodder and then you verify it for yourself. Whatever the doubt might be, then is now grace. Because even doubt you have used for your inquiries. And then Shanti says, I would ask to stay in truth no matter what is going on in the appearance. This is the wonderful news, isn't it? That actually you cannot leave the truth. You are the truth. You are that. It is just your attention and belief that can play around like this. And that is completely fine as long as it is truly freedom that you want in your heart, then none of this play will really have much power over you. But momentarily it might seem like, oh, this is coming up and it is strong. And Nitya says there is nothing I can say. Somehow I lost the ability to speak. Cannot find anything which has a meaning, and I don't even know if this is true. Only thing I know is I have to be here. Very good. And this is called the switching over of the power. What's happening is that you have lost your trust in the mind. You cannot trust this perpetrator of personhood anymore. And because most of our lives, all of us have just been repeating what the mind is saying, there seems like there's a time where I don't know what to say anymore because I cannot trust what this mind is saying. And very soon, you are discovering this voice in your heart, which is accompanied with love and peace. And this one sounds like the voice of your master. This one you can trust. And then this entire body becomes just an instrument for your master's voice. So this sense of I don't know anything does not go actually, but it's not no longer troublesome because all that is needed comes on its own from your own heart. Let's see what's happening on the YouTube chat. Ajan is here. He says, I would say, and I am saying, that I love you very much and thank you. Love you too, my dear. Very happy to see you here. Wonderful. And you say, you know best. You give before I ask. I will be done. Jerome says, all my beliefs are from the past. How to bring you them? This mind is too late. I can't bring you. No worries, just peace. The mind, all concepts are about past or future. You cannot say anything about the now. Therefore, when I ask you to look at what is here right now, many of you find a lot of mind resistance that comes because the mind knows that it is in trouble and asks to just look at what is here now. Namaste, namaste. Tina says sometimes mistrust towards a spiritual teacher can also come from the truth, isn't it? I have learned to listen more to my inner knowing and let it guide me from there. Yes. And that is why I said that when a doubt comes, don't run from it. You verify it. You check if this is true. In this way, it becomes part of your inquiry. So a true teacher will always say that you must start by doubting me completely. True teacher will always say, start by doubting me completely. And get through all your doubts, everything. Do your complete due diligence. And I'll tell you also what to check for. So you can check first if you feel a sense of love, if you feel a sense of peace, if you feel just some resonance of truth, of presence. So first check for this. Then check about the pointings. Check about the pointings. Do they seem to resonate? Then also check around and try to figure out if there's any sort of exploitation that is happening around the teacher. Is there any sort of exploitation happening, either monetary, either any sort of exploitation that is going around? Check for all of these things and satisfy yourself in your heart completely. Then you will find that this opening comes, you're open to the resonance, you're open to the transmission, you're open to the truth. So let's not run away from any doubts which might come. Yes. But you don't have to be a chronic doubter. Sometimes it becomes just a mental condition, a mental habit just to be skeptical about everything always. But this chronic doubt will not continue if you're very open with it and say, okay, what is it that you want me to check? And if there's something strong, I have always said, bring it up in satsang, whatever it might be. It might also be that, you did this or you said this and I don't like it, therefore I'm doubting you. Please expose it in satsang. There is no trouble. We are open here. The Sangha is completely open. So anyone can come and share that this is what I did not agree with. Can you explain this? Always happy to look at any of this. And Shanti says the doubt is not about you, the real. It is about the person, which is a good doubt, I suppose, because the person is not real. Very good. I hope and pray this is not the last satsang. When you speak, it takes away any doubt. My love for you burns it very quickly. And Ishani says the prayer arises that let whatever action that is arising be the masters, and let whatever words arising be the masters. Let me be replaced with the Sadguru head at your feet, Father. That it is done. It is done. And Vikas says the only purpose of the doubt is to force it to come in the Master's presence, for him to burn your forest of desires and let you be free of all the illusions. This is very good. But many times you find that once doubt takes over, then you refuse to come into your heart. It is like you give the mind a lifeline, you give the person a lifeline. If you can come with this doubt, either physically in satsang or just in the satsang of your own presence, then no doubt can survive. Like you say, then it is burnt in the light of the truth.